Alright everybody, Cup of the Week is about to start once again. It is the second iteration of Cup of the Week. We're gonna play map 13, which is like a dirt, no-slide track. There's been some rumors whether or not the servers are gonna work. And Adeo Dev just posted this message saying that it might be broken, but we're gonna play the qualifier anyway, and hopefully it's gonna work. So, let's see what happens. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get Division 1 today, because my personal best is only 150th in the world. It is not fast enough if you imagine the top 64 in the world are all playing. Now maybe there's a bit of Trackmania games occupying some of them, and maybe not all the top players have club access, and maybe even if they do, they don't show up for other reasons, right? It's a Saturday. I don't know. We will see if we get Division 1 today. I think for Cup of the Week, right? Unless you prepare a lot, it's gonna get quite hard. Cup of the Week won't work today? Why not? When did they say that? Due to an expected issue, Wait, an expected issue? It's one message 15 minutes ago in the Trackmania 2020 channel in the Trackmania Discord. Alright, the server is skipping now, but I don't think it's gonna boot. The qualifiers will begin shortly, so here's the problem, and we've had this with some Cup of the Race. The qualifiers work, but it never puts you into the match server, is something we've seen quite commonly. Blaze, thank you for the 100 bits. Last night you got the world record on the Bosnian Pyramid map? Oh my god. That is a crazy map to hunt. Congratulations. I was about to lose my mind on that one. Yeah, so this is my old go. No, yeah, the one. Old Gust. We can get a sense of where we are at. 18th. People are already driving 33. Okay, yeah. How does Cup of the Week work? So it's top 64 going to Division 1. And then you play a knockout, like Cup of the Day, but it's on campaign maps. And since these maps now have been out for over 10 days, it's a lot more difficult to get Division 1 in this than in, like, a fast learn map. For me, at least. It depends on the track, right? But, like, on this track, my personal best is 150th in the world. So if all the good players play, I'll get Div 3. Compared to Div 1 typically on fast learn. It's a really interesting map, the one that they picked this time around from the campaign, map 13. It has not that many no-slides, which makes it quite pleasant. Like, dirt in campaigns has tended to be ruined by the amount of quantum no-slide stuff you need to do. But here there's only one on the start, which gains a bit. And then two small ones later on. So that first one there gains a little bit. You jump over a lot of penalty. Stay on the outside. And then you don't want to gear up. You can instantly reset if that happens. It's too slow. Also guys, we are gonna be close to the cutoff. 64th, right? With 4 minutes left. One more improvement would really seal the deal. Let's go, Division 1 secure. Dude, people are so fast. I improved to an 05 and it's 22nd. But okay, 30 seconds left. I think that last improvement was actually very necessary. I'm not sure. We'll look at the rankings, right? But I'm not sure my previous run of 0.18 would have been enough if 05 is 30th. Lord Quacked in first with a 0.6, very fast. Ryan 0.7, Jan 0.8. Jan is keyboard, so it is possible to go that fast on keyboard on this map. You just gotta be a better player than I was. The first Cup of the Week had 2,082 players. I'm curious to see how many this one had. Only 1,000 players? Ladies and gentlemen, where are we? Only 1,000 players. Cup of the Week, it's a new thing. What are we doing on this fine Saturday if we're not playing Cup of the Week? Nah, that means I'm last. Josh, I'm sorry, bro. I shouldn't have pulled up the page. It's working? Yeah, apparently it's working. Clutch by the dev, the same dev that said it was broken, managed to fix it last second, so we appreciate him. Alright, let's see. 24 rounds, guys. Not 39. Meaning last week's Cup of the Week was a mistake in the match script. So now we'll see, yeah. 4 players knocked out in the first couple rounds, and then 2, and then 1. And it's quite volatile. We have had regular Cup of the Days on maps that are this short, but very few. And then it's often on troll maps if they're short. So here we have a serious map that's 34 seconds in length, and rounds are gonna be very close after the initial few crash rounds. Is 1158th good? That has to be pretty good. I mean, Cup of the Day typically that's about 2,000 players. So Cup of the Week, probably about 2,000 players playing this time around too. But you know, like it could be a lot more than 1,000 players too. No, 2,000 players. Like, this is a huge new game mode. So, rumor has it the player counts are extreme actually. Everybody's talking about it. Cup of the Week, when is that again? When can I play? '17th. And the knockout time was only 2 seconds. Only 2 seconds for a 64 player round. Hawk Tmua out, yeah. We're gonna have a lot of people failing in the first no slide or failing this jump by clipping. This turn, I think very few people are gonna hit. Maybe some people crash the right side there. No mistakes in this segment. And then some people will inevitably touch the outside wall here. But 0.5 seems rather safe for now. Virtual, what percentage of Trackmania players do you see yourself as? I don't really know percentage, but wait, Ryan out? This guy was second on the leaderboard. 33.7 pace. Hopla. Fastest player out, basically. No, but I was gonna tell you, I wouldn't know percentage, but we're playing the most prestigious competition in the game right now. Every pro is playing. And we got top 64, so I feel like that is a good reflection of my skill. Like with Cup of the Day, you wouldn't really be able to say you're this and that good, because not everyone plays Cup of the Day, but Cup of the Week, I mean, prestigious stuff here, prestigious stuff. Once Cup of the Year, well, that's in like November, typically our World Cup. Do you ever get hand cramps playing on keyboard? Not really, no. Forgive me for what I'm about to say if it sounds stupid, but I have recently started building a habit of trying to work out. And I never knew that the days after you work out might actually affect your gaming performance. Like yesterday, my hands were complete jelly when I played. I don't get hand cramps per se, but I've never thought about that, like, oh. Dude, it was like I couldn't do what I wanted to. Just that I couldn't press the keys as fast, I felt like. You get used to it. Yeah, I know it gets better with time. There have also been times like during Deep Dip, for example, where I played, you know, 10 hours a day, Deep Dip 2. Where after 3 weeks of doing that, I started feeling like I was developing some kind of soreness. in my arms, in my hand, and it was it's not repetitive strain injury, but it's something else. Tennis elbow maybe, I don't know, one of those. And then I took a break because I've had that before. Tendonitis, yeah, probably that. There's like one actual pro in this lobby. Well, I don't know if that's correct. The top 64 players in the world are all here. There's that guy called Bren TM. I've heard he's pretty good. Scrappy TM, also allegedly a very good player. 0 Cup of the Week wins though, which is a bit strange for a pro player. Isn't it weird, guys, how many people call themselves pros despite never having won a Cup of the Week? I mean, think about it. Scrappy also 0 Cup of the Week wins. Carl Jr., 0 Cup of the Week wins. Here we have a great metric of measuring who the pros are, and all these alleged pros haven't won yet. Complex the only pro, I think. Wait, I have a very bad start. Saved. That was a very good middle part. I just need to fix my start now. Bren crashing the last uphill, I think. RIP. Crazy how myself, Complex, and Wirtual have every single Cup of the Week win. Yeah. Not just that, we've been in Div 1 every time. Crazy stuff. I'm in your lobby and I can assure you I'm not this good. You've just reached the top and you're not used to it yet. It takes some getting used to being at the top like this. Now guys, memes aside, Cup of the Week, not that prestigious yet, but it's fun to play. I'm gonna try to make it a tradition to play every single one. Though, when there's Elite Cups, which is next weekend, they're changing out Cup of the Week for the Elite Cup. I'm probably not playing, just so you know. Because I haven't practiced those maps, and I really don't want to train the esport maps and compete in like Div 5. So, then I might cast or something, we'll see. Why did Weekly Grants start at week 5? They changed it because, well, they started it then because they had delayed the update till January 27th already. So they already used like 4 weeks there and then started all the events week 5. I wonder if anyone is getting consistent like giga speed here every time. I find it so scary to push for. Only 0.1 ahead of elimination area. Didn't get upper gear up. Yeah, that was close. 0.6 almost out. I don't want to play Div 5. No, it's more that I would rather than cast Div 1 than play a lower league, you know? Like, you'd rather want to watch the actual elite play, I think, and see who wins the cup than some low-level point of view. Also, I should have no-slid. I didn't. My mind was not that focused. We have a chance still. Oh, that's close. Thought my wheel was in the wall that last uphill. Phew. 2 more 4-player knockouts? Oh god, okay, I gotta drive faster. very safe, and we're fine, good. Top 21, more 4-player knockout. Have I already won a cup of the week? No, but me and Complex were really driving well last weekend. Complex ended up winning though. Decent. So safe last uphill. It's barely fine. And we make it to the 2 KOs, guys. Humphrey says he has the same amount of Cup of the Week wins as Wirtual, Scrappy, Granati, and Bren combined. You've been playing well to achieve those numbers, for sure. Blah. What's this number on my card? Why is it 1? That makes no sense. 34-34. That was good. What div is this? Division 1, of course. I didn't think I'd make it to Division 1, but here we are. Alright. No 4th gear! Disaster. People have crashed. Phew! Double crash and they're massive mistakes. Yeah, I got 4th gear before the jump, which you actually don't want. You want to stay in 3rd for max pace. Have you practiced this week? I just played the map a bit today before I started. I got my PB from like 34.60 to 34.13. But not that much. Okay, last is not good. Close round. Oh, so people crashed and wow, Lord Quack got saved. Yeah, Lord Quack, guys, has the world record on the map, a 33.59. And he also won the quali. He barely got saved. Alright, top 10. If only I could really dare to go faster in the end, guys. We're actually driving pretty well here. Top 8. 1 knockout per round. It's been a good couple of weeks so far. Now we're just gonna pay attention to mistakes that when they happen. +2, you see that? All fine. I almost threw. Top 7. Beautiful. Oof, my ends are so bad. Luckily, others are missing the gear too. Like, what's happening in the uphill that causes me to lose speed is I'm dropping from 4th to 3rd gear. But it's all good. Top 6. Plus 24. This should be fine, even with a bad, and that we can get sniped. Nice. Top 5, Scrappy, Quack, Didi, who I think is this rod, and Sake. Alright, now we got a sand, guys. Now we got a full sand. Top 5 already a great result, but see how far we can take it. Pain. Pain, pain, pain. 0.2. I drove well, I drove well. Not impossible. $500? Damn. Okay, good round. I tried. Guys, I slid out in my first no slide and also ate the gear. So had I not geared up to 4th gear, it would have been fine. But the gear up causes speed loss. 1 million trophies on the line, guys. Plus being able to call yourself a Cup of the Week winner. Something to this date only Complex can do. Scrappy's won 200 Cup of the Days, but chasing his first Cup of the Week win. Lord Quacked, world record holder on the map. And qualifier winner. First no slide important. Quack setting up wide. Doesn't go for it. Wants the consistency. Kinda missing the lines here, Quacked. Scrappy 0.1 ahead. Needs the no slide here now. Misses. Saves it miraculously. Scrappy 0.2 ahead. Before the last uphill. Scrappy! Oh, Quack touches. And Scrappy wins with a 0.24. GG's. Scrappy in finals is really clutch, guys. His win rate is insane. This was a good one. I'm very glad the servers ended up working and that all the pros showed up. Let's see next Saturday. Guys, these happen every Saturday at 5 p.m. Central European time. I'll try to make a habit of playing them.